Alright, hello, AGDQ game submission verifiers, coordinators, moderators, I'm not too sure of the terminology. My name is Duckable, and I'm here to present to you Snake vs. Snake full game level speedrun. Once again, I submitted this for SGDQ and now I'm back for AGDQ. This game is kind of like your normal Snake game if you've ever played that through Google or your phone or something, but with some interesting twists. It's more of a puzzle game. The puzzles get a bit harder as we go along, but I'll explain that along the way. So let's jump into the game here. Single player level speedrun, starting from level 1. Time starts as soon as go disappears, which is now. Alright, so the first thing you're going to notice is that these aren't your traditional levels. There's actually more puzzly type levels. They're not just a standard box where apples randomly appear. They might look a bit simple now, but trust me, they'll get a bit harder as we go on. The next thing you're going to notice is that the apples aren't randomly appearing like your normal Snake game. They are set in stone, which means that you have to collect all of the apples to progress to the next level. So that's what we're going to be doing in each of these levels. Collecting all the apples, keep going. The next thing you're going to notice, I know there's a lot to get through at the very start, is that every time I press spacebar here, the snake's actually going to be getting a sort of speed boost. This is boosting, it makes you go slightly faster than 2 times speed, but it also makes it much harder to control your snake. As you saw, I just had a bit of a mistake there. That's fine though, we need to get very good at that to be fast at this game, so you'll see me doing that as often as possible. Alright, getting through the levels here. You can already see the puzzle aspect. I had to go into that area last. So yeah. I take this level a bit slower just because of boosting mechanics. I can explain that a bit later though. Alright, next thing you're going to notice, we have more of a puzzle mechanic. We're going in this level, getting these. Ugh! Alright, so now I can explain death resets. So every time you die, there is a small cutscene that will play to signify that you've died. It will shrink your snake down and then it will say you died, level reset, whatever else. But if we go into the menu and just press start again, it actually skips that whole cutscene, which makes this a lot more enjoyable to reset. Hi Smile, this is probably my favorite level in the whole game. I just love that there's a whole level around the word hi. I am going to take this a bit slow though, because I had a death and I don't want to mess up again. Alright, so in this level they introduce shooters. These shooters are on a set cycle and they will shoot projectiles that if they hit your head will kill you. Good thing though, because they're on a cycle, if we just go fast enough we will always avoid them. I always know the pattern here. So yeah, those shooters, they exist, but oh, I died again. Oops. These shooters exist, but funny story, we're never going to see them again. They only exist in this level. So we can say hello to the shooters here. And if we just make it through the level, just gonna take it a bit slow here. Alright, goodbye shooters, we'll never have to see you again. Alright, level 10, this is one of the hardest levels in the game, in my opinion, just because of how many small corridors you have to go through. It's a bit premature to explain this, but I will anyway. So the boosting mechanic, if you're in too small of a corridor, it will simply just not let you turn while you're boosting, and that makes it incredibly hard to, you know, be precise and fast at the same time. So you'll see when I'm in the smaller, tighter space, I tend to boost a bit less, just because I don't want to have that problem. Alright, moving on. Alright, this level introduces keys. Keys, I don't want to say they're required apples, because all the apples are required, but they're unlockables, so they will unlock a new area once you collect them. So we collect that key, and you'll see there was a key door in the bottom right there that is now no longer there because I've gotten the key. That allows me to, at the end here, just sneak through and grab the apple. You will also notice that I did not hit the apple there. This game is quite buggy in the sense that you don't really need to be so precise. Sometimes it just lets you sneak through. This level, I'm just going to make my way around here, introduces moving blocks. Now these moving blocks, they are similar to projectiles and shooters in the sense that if they hit the snake's head, it will kill the snake. They are also on a cycle, but they're a bit harder, the cycles that they're on, so I tend to go a bit slower around them. This level has keys and shooters. We're combining things. Wowee! So I tend to go a bit slow here again, just because these shooters are on a cycle, these projectiles I should say. And I just don't want to get caught by them. Alright, easy peasy. And now we make our way onto level 14. Level 14 is I don't know. I don't know how you would describe this level. I guess it's a maze, but it's a very big, open maze. But yeah, you'll notice that we are moving through very quickly. We're already on level 14. This is not a very long game. It's just quite difficult. The levels at the end do get quite hard. I do want to propose the question, what do you think the final boss of this game is? I will remind you that the game is called Snake vs. Snake. So with that in mind, what do you think the final boss is? Keep that in your mind, and we will visit that later on. Level 15, notoriously hard because of the boosting. You'll notice how many small corridors there are, so I'm just going to take this extremely slow. I don't even want to think about messing up here. Alright. I'm just going to go very slow. I don't want to risk messing up at all. Alright. Easy peasy. This is another one where I'm going to take it quite slow because of these platforms. With this one, we go in and out, in and out, in and out. Yeah, I think this is a very fun game to speedrun. It's not a very hard game to get into speedrunning, but to be good at it, I would say it's quite difficult because of how precise you need to be with things like boosting. So yeah, I would highly encourage giving this a go. Alright, moving on. Level 17. Alright, this is the maze level, but it's not a very hard maze, I'll be honest with you. Once again, I'm just going to take this quite slow. Do a couple boosts here and there. Alright, moving on. We have got 2 more levels to go. Level 18 and level 19. Oh, that was stressful because I messed up a bit there. Alright, and what's the final boss? Put your thoughts in. It is a crab.